good morning and welcome. My name is Liz and this is Shot for Shot, the show where I take a shot for every movie in a beloved franchise and then rank them.
Yeah, it's Liz. Yeah, it's Liz. Taking shots and doing stuff with Liz.
Today we'll be talking about the 4 movies in the Disney original franchise, Halloweentown. These movies are a great throwback and the perfect way to get into the spooky mood. Shot number 1. In last place, the worst Halloweentown movie is Halloweentown 2. Calabar's Revenge. Let me tell you why. It's not super exciting and the stakes don't feel like really high. However, Marnie's outfit is absolutely incredible. I mean, obviously Cal is evil. He shows up to a party uninvited wearing a black leather jacket. I mean, come on. So Halloweentown is all like gray and dull and I'm like, is this a metaphor for communism? Or is it just that one episode of Fairly Odd Parents, which is also a metaphor for communism? All you have to do to break a spell is say it backwards. That seems a little too easy. So Harry Potter really could have said Arvedek Dava and had both of his parents back. My biggest beef with this franchise is that Debbie Reynolds, Grandma Aggie, wears the same thing in all 4 movies. The fact that the Golem, who is made of frogs, chooses a giant frog as his costume for Halloween, I love that. The best part of this movie is Gort the Rancorous. Every lost sock or earring or that guy that ghosted you on Tinder, they end up at his house. That's maximalism at its finest. Marnie gets stuck back in time and Gort the Rancorous waits like a whole hour to tell her that he has a timeline in his closet. So the climax of every single one of these movies is something has to happen by midnight on Halloween. They're really consistent about that. I don't have a problem with that, except in this movie, they count down from 60. Like, you can't count down from 60 with a huge group of people.
Child. Anyway, so
Marnie in the past is like, oh, hurry up, the portal's closing in just a few minutes, but you're in the past and you're in a timeline, so you can control where you stop off. So in theory, you could have like dropped off 20 years ago and just slit Calabar's throat in his sleep. Like, I don't want to hear that. Marnie literally could have killed Hitler. It's a perfectly okay movie. Shot number 2. Oh, this is backwards. Dumbass. In third place is the 3rd movie, Halloweentown High. Sophie, who I think is the best character, isn't in this one. I think she's got like some big lesbian energy. So that's probably why they kept her off screen.
Hello, LGBTQ community.
So a bunch of magical creatures come to the mortal world in order to go to high school so they can prove that humans and magical creatures can coexist.
I'm the owner of this house.
But I have some problems. While they're doing their evil deeds, the knights walk around in armor. Like, you can't casually walk around in armor. Like, that shit's heavy. There's levels to magic, and Marnie's still on level 1. It's been 4 years at least. How is she still on level 1? Natalie, our pink troll icon, is like, oh, all of my classes are AP. Okay, so you like think that test scores indicate someone's value? Yeah, shut the fuck up. There's like a secret locker hangout and it's essentially the room of requirement and we love it.
Messy assholes don't speak on me. Keep my name out your mouth cause I don't beat for free.
The love interest? It's kind of cute, I guess. Why did he ask about me? Okay, Ethan's outfit is incredible. However, he literally is just playing the same character as he does in High School Musical. He literally joins drama club and is emotionally manipulated by his closest family member. Seems like Ryan Evans to me. The cutest part is whenever all of the magical creatures like find their high school niche. So the werewolf plays football and the wood nymph joins the gardening club. Natalie like takes off her human skin and Dylan is like, ooh, you're a troll. Like you knew all of these kids living in your house were magical creatures. Like you really should have seen this coming. But that whole moral of the story is that like looks aren't important and it's about personality, which I think is nice. But then they end up trying to kiss and they're like, no, you're just too gross. Let's be friends. Platonic relationships. I'm in love with all of my friends though, so. The marshmallow spiders, I hate them. They're gross, they're creepy. I want them to die in a hole. And Ethan like talks to his dad all the time, so obviously he's evil. Who has a good relationship with their dad? Don't trust him. Dad, I love you. The way that the magical creatures make a haunted house, but it's just like magical creatures hanging out. Like a monster tea party and dances with werewolves. Who wrote that? Who wrote that line? I'll give you a kiss right now. Hilarious. But the end is like kind of boring, and you find out that guy's evil, but like obviously he was evil. And bam, Marnie's like, actually, I just recorded you admitting you're evil and I sent it to the council. All is right with the world, and they have a portal. So monsters come and hang out with the humans, and the humans are like, that is totally okay, because the werewolf was really good at football. So it's monsters in high school. What can go wrong with that movie? It's good. It's good. It's a good movie. Shot number 3. Yeah, return to Halloweentown. Did it! Had a great time trick-or-treat. I had lots of tobacco on my face. And the second place is the 4th movie, Return to Halloweentown. And the second place is the 4th movie, Return to Halloweentown. Nailed it. They replaced the main actress, which is relatively unheard of. I mean, side characters get replaced. Here's a bunch of examples. Thanks to editing Liz, who is hot, thanks. But never a main character. That is bold. Her mom talks into some soup. That's funny. Soup. Sophie literally isn't in this movie at all. Hilarious. The evil people's last name is Sinister. Hi, welcome to which university? You're actually in class with a little bitch bad guy. But I mean, the Sinister sisters, they're fucking cool. Aw, Ethan is back, but he's the love interest? We don't believe that that is a straight man. I'm doing Lucas get... What? Sexuality is a prism spectrum. Anissa, her genie RA, I love her. It really just feels like a high school drama because they're like, the Sinister sisters rule the school. I'm like, do you know how big a campus is? Professor Periwinkle. She's the college equivalent of the high school English teacher whose room you ate lunch in every day because you had social anxiety. Love you, Mr. Nance. There's an enchantment at the campus that all spells become permanent on Halloween. Why?
Why?
Why would anyone ever do that?
You did this for what?
That's dumb. The Sinister sisters make Dylan do like all of their evil bidding and homework, and Marnie's like, he's under a spell. He just has a degradation kink, let's be honest. Marnie's eating ice cream and Ethan is like, a healthy appetite. I like that in a girl. No, don't talk to me. The plot of this one is that Marnie's like literally being groomed into doing evil. Happens to the best of us. Marnie travels in the past to talk to Splenda Cromwell. And it's just her in a blonde wig, and they don't even like bleach her eyebrows. Low effort. So surprise, Splendora is her grandma, so it's like her grandma waited 1,000 years to start a family. The Sinister sisters turn Dylan into a dog. Hilarious. And then it's revealed that Ethan had his magic taken away whenever his dad did evil things. So the kids get punished for the sins of their fathers. What a fucking bummer. The characters are interesting and it's time travel, but it's not like really great. So second place, shot number 4. In first place is the first movie, Halloweentown. I mean, it's a classic. It's a lot of fun. Marnie finds out that, surprise, her family is a bunch of witches, and all 3 of the kids like stow away to Halloweentown because evil is afoot. Marnie says, no one appreciates my taste in weird stuff. She's just an Aquarius. Sophie uses telekinesis to like bring a cookie to her. Like, watch out, Matilda. Grandma Aggie pulls out a picture book and Marnie's like, whoa! She's 13. Aggie talks to her neighbor Harriet, and it's just so we know that she's evil later, but Harriet made muffins to take to the headless shelter. And she's like, you know, it didn't occur to me that they couldn't eat them because they're headless. That's hilarious. So they meet the mayor, who's obviously evil, but he is cute. And then they take Benny's taxi to their grandma's house. I love Benny. If I were a character, I would be Benny in a taxi telling bad jokes until the end of time.
Where is the body?
And then they go to their grandma's house and she's making a spell and it's instant witch's brew. And it has the same energy as that woman who's like, you know, if you can't conjure flames from hell, store-bought are fine.
Are you cooking chowder, Grandma?
I like chowder. Oh. My favorite part of this movie is all of the magical creatures fitting into, you know, normal jobs. Like the Tooth Fairy is the dentist, obviously. The werewolf cuts hair. This guy Luke pops up out of nowhere and is like, hey Marnie, what's up? They call me the Big Cheese. The evil Mayor Calibar. The evil Mayor Calabar holds all of his captives hostage in an old movie theater, and it's like, okay, Phantom of the Megaplex, I see you. Turns out the Big Cheese is his henchman who chooses a 14-year-old to do their evil bidding.
Cut the cameras. Dead ass.
There's Merlin's talisman. This is the only thing that can protect him. And they're like, ooh, where do we put it? And they put it in the giant jack-o'-lantern. And just like immortals do. It's cute. Calabar reveals his true nature, and then Marnie calls him Chocolate Bar. Hilarious. And then all of the family unites together to beat him. It's a very good movie. They're all really cute, and this is them. Anyways, thank you so much for watching Shot for Shot. If you disagree with my rankings, please let me know in the comments and tell me what franchise I should rank next. As always, be sure to like, subscribe, and share, and stay tuned next week for a new video. Bye! Monkey!